Gerard, would you mind sharing just a bit of your thoughts, early impressions? I'm not sure how many shaves you've gotten in with the Blackland Vector Titanium.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I've gotten a handful, enough to have an opinion on it. And so, yeah, you recently sent me the Blackland Vector Titanium, single edge razor. It uses Artisan Club blades. And I think I asked around the Discord about it, and I ended up just picking up just some Kai pink. There's like so many like words in the designation for it.
Right.
I'll just say Kai pink blades, whatever.
Okay.
That should
Sure.
be the easiest way of discerning it. But yeah, they're pretty mild, but it was very efficient to use in the razor. So my only experience really with using it was I had the RazoRock Hawk version 2, I think, aluminum razor, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was nice, but I think at the time I was just not sold on having another set of blades, right? Outside of just the typical DEs. And then so I ended up getting rid of it, and it's not like it shaved poorly, but it didn't win me over, right? And so maybe that's the question that everyone has on their minds, like, did this win you over? And no, it's an excellent razor. Some of the things that come off the bat that maybe people don't realize is that it's a wider razor, so you get more coverage as you're doing your passes. It's just very easy to get a shave in, and it may not seem like much, but yeah, maybe it's like 40% wider than your typical DE blade. I didn't do the numbers, but I'm just gonna estimate on that. So it's just really easy to use, incredibly light. I didn't measure it, or I didn't weigh it, but I think it's like maybe around 50 grams. It's so small already, and it actually feels like you can almost just like toss the thing away because it's so light. Like you can just shave with it and it can just like fall out of your hands so easily. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to keep it in the den. For now, have no plans on getting rid of it. Since using the Hawk a few years ago, I ended up getting into, gem razors. So I have a small collection of those, and I really enjoy them. And so, yeah, no, it's very good. And so I think that space in particular, it's already very small. There's definitely not a lot of selection. If you asked me, can you name 10, Artisan Club razors? I don't think I could. I don't know if I can get to 5. But definitely not 10. And so it's out there. It's a great option for people. If it's super clean lines, very, very slim profile. It's, if they called it the toothpick, then I wouldn't be against that naming scheme, because it is very, very small. And I'll probably post pictures about it, in Discord or on Instagram and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great razor.
Is that like the first with the Vector? Any iteration of Vector? You didn't try the stainless version?
I tried the stainless. I did not own the stainless. But I probably only got like a couple of shaves in with the stainless. And again, that was probably 2-3 years ago, maybe longer at this point. I don't know when it was released. So it was probably within the first few months of the stainless steel dropping and everything. But yeah, I mean, it shaved great. As far as comparison wise, there's not much. I mean, even with weight, the stainless, the profile is so small already, it's negligible. Whereas something like the Blackbird, it's a little bit more, it's more noticeable, definitely, between the titanium and the stainless steel version. Is it smoother or rougher. Like I had a very smooth shave with it. So, and I think, yeah, the version I have is machined. It's not polished, and it was still very, very smooth.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd use or I do have a stainless steel version, and I didn't. Yeah, like you said, I didn't find as huge a difference between the stainless steel version and titanium version, as much as a lot of people have said that the Blackbird is very different. So very similar experience to you, Gerard, and that was my first. The stainless steel and titanium are the only Artist Club style blades I've used, and I really enjoyed it. I think head shavers also really enjoy it because you mentioned the wider head. You mow down more real estate with each pass, so that really makes sense too. And I had used, as far as blades, the Schick Proline 30. That was kind of like the one that was recommended to me, and yeah, super smooth, not too much blade feel, just the way I like it. Yeah, and I forgot to mention that we have Shane from Blackland, who sent that titanium vector to us too. So thank you, Shane, for giving us the opportunity to give that a try.
But yeah, speaking of finishes, though, I mean, this is, I don't know if you guys caught it on the Discord earlier, but there was an example of a media or bead blasted. Speaking of Blackbirds, it was Jax from the Virtual Groom Room, and apparently he was putting up for sale. And then John Shaves actually has his, I believe, titanium Blackbird. But anyway, he got it through Carve to put a media blasted finish on it. And I'm really curious, what that's like. I think I would do that for mine. I recently picked up a TI Bird, from one of our members in the Discord, and I don't know, for some reason the titanium machine finish on the Blackbird isn't as smooth as my other razors. It's weird. I don't know why. I think I'm in the minority of people.
Do you have a polished Blackbird?
No, I don't. I have a machine Blackbird. And I was going to say, yeah, I think I'm in the minority because everyone just, is raving about that. I mean, I'm a little bit late to the game, but I wanted to try it. I wasn't planning on getting it time soon, but, opportunity presented itself. I was like, let me see what the hype is about. Tried it. And I was like, huh.
Did you try at all the stainless steel or the brass Blackbirds?
I own a machine, a stainless steel Blackbird, and I get along just fine with it.
And that's smoother to you, huh?
Overall, I mean, and I remember just out of the gate, I didn't have any issues with it. Whereas maybe it was just so happened to be the luck of the blade rotation. But the first blade I used was like, man, this is really harsh, and it was like kind of like skipping on me.
Oh, really?
And then then Shane, he saw my post on Instagram, and he gave me some tips, and it seemed kind of counterintuitive, but he recommended two things. One was to increase the speed of the stroke, and two, to actually apply a little bit of pressure. And I think my muscle memory is already kind of programmed. It just doesn't quite feel right. But with the blade change, it was much, much better. But the first shave I remember being like super rough. And this was like one of my go-to blades. It was a Rapira Platinum Luxe. And that has never had any issues with any of my other razors. So I was like, let me just try what I call the Trinity, which would be Astra, the Superior Platinum.
Yep.
The 7 o'clock Super Stainless, which is the green one, right? Gillette. And then the third being Gillette Nasset. I don't know how to potato.
Nasset.
Those
crocodile
Nasset.
one.
Yeah, the crocodile one.
Yes.
So when I switched those, night and day, much smoother, but still I can feel like this. I don't know. I'm still trying to work the angle, and I don't remember having to adjust as much. It wasn't as intuitive as the stainless was. So I'm not giving up on it yet, but I am really curious about that media blasted finish because I have the timeless titanium razor, and that has that media blasted finish, right? And
you have the matte version.
The matte version, and I have no issues with glide or stiction, and it's just smooth and buttery. So I don't know, thinking about it.